Hello there, my very good friends. On today's wrestling news, WWE is calling in the big guns for NXT versus AEW.
This star was due to win a title before their WWE release.
We've got the real reason Adam Copeland left WWE for AEW.
And Jade Cargill's WWE debut plans have been revealed. I'm Adam Wilborn.
And I'm Andy Murray.
And this is the news.
And the war is back.
Yes, I've missed this.
For 1 week. For 1 week only. So, as we know, AEW Dynamite next week is on Tuesday.
Yeah.
It's not on Wednesday, it's been preempted, it's been moved. We knew that already. We also knew that would put it in direct competition with NXT. Head to head, you're going to get a 1 week little battle on Tuesday night, 8 to 10, whatever. We know on AEW's behalf that Adam Copeland is on that show, wrestling his first match, wrestling Bob Luchasaurus.
Indeed.
On that show, that'll probably be the big draw of that episode, you'd imagine. We also know that WWE really wants to beat AEW that night because, and they probably will, in fact they almost definitely will, because listen to who they've brought down to NXT.
I love this.
John Cena.
You can just stop there. Like, John Cena on NXT, they put him on like very early NXT, didn't they? I remember that image. It's done the rounds recently.
It's today's thumbnail.
Yeah, oh, there we go.
Or it might be. I've got to check with the editor, but, you know.
But it's been a while, let's say.
It's been a while.
But that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Yes, it is. 16-time world champion John Cena. He really needs that time in developmental, if you ask me.
He's good personal friendship with Carmelo Hayes, actually.
Yeah, that's why he's there. He's going to be cornering Carmelo Hayes in his match with Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker's going to be cornered by Paul Heyman.
What?
Yep. Also, that's not it. Who do you want to call in? If you a little baby face making a bit of waves at the moment, he's doing all right. He's doing okay. He's
I'm gonna go Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, it's Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
He's going to be on the show. He's pulling a Tony Khan for this one, actually. He's got a major announcement that he's going to deliver. Oh, yeah, Asuka's there as well. She's wrestling Roxanne Perez.
That will be awesome.
That will be sick. Look, all of this will be sick. I'm not going to joke. But yes, all of those names have been announced for next week's episode of NXT. Now, in recent months, WWE has been making increased use of main roster stars down there. Obviously, Dom, a thing happened with him last night. The Judgment Day in general. Dolph Ziggler was down there last year, working with Braun.
Becky's champion.
The most obvious one of all that I completely forgot somehow.
Seth popped down for a bit, didn't he?
He did. Seth the Chef showed up, and this has worked to try and increase the show's ratings. NXT is on an upswing as far as most business metrics go. So it's worked. This is a theme. But I think it would be very naive to not attribute John Cena and Cody Rhodes.
They're only missing Roman, aren't they? That's the last one.
Yeah, this is it. This is it and The Rock. They want to smoke Dynamite next week, and I think they will. Yeah, probably.
All they need to do is mention the mere fact that this is going to be happening on their main roster TV shows to hopefully attract more people to it. But look, in my opinion, this is a couple of factors. Number one, WWE finally recognising what the A show is and putting the stars on that. I've been saying for months that NXT is the best WWE show of the week.
I think it's
top 3.
Yeah, top.
Sorry, level up.
Actually, it's probably better than SmackDown at the moment, to be fair.
And this is just a nice reward for them following the brilliant NXT No Mercy over the weekend. And also, you mess with the bull, you get the horns. Dynamite's muscling on Tuesday nights on NXT. NXT, stepped away from Wednesday nights. They called it a draw. They had to move because of hockey or whatever bollocks excuse they actually used for the fact they got smoked week in and week out, except for the one time they did Rhea Ripley versus Shayna Baszler.
They won 1 week.
But this is just fun. However, we joke about this. Do not involve yourself in the discourse on social media.
Yeah, I hope that this escalates, honestly. I hope they announce The Rock. I hope that...
just keep going.
Yeah, I hope Tony Khan books Dua Lipa and Doja Cat or something. Bring in Goldberg, why the hell not?
Yeah. The entire football team will be on Dynamite.
yeah, everyone's here. Tim Ream's here. He's American.
He could work,
Does he still play for Fulham? I don't know.
I think so.
But yeah, I was briefly speaking to friend of the show, Ibu, on Twitter this morning.
Legend.
And we were both like, yeah, the discourse for this, we're just going to keep our discourse to the avenue that is our jobs. So you will not see me indulging in any of this on Twitter, because the day the ratings come out is going to be incredibly tedious. But my prediction is that NXT is going to handily win this battle. AEW generally doesn't do as great on nights where it has been moved. Also, John Cena, Cody Rhodes, Asuka, and Paul Heyman are on the show, so there you are.
Also, do you remember what happened when Edge went down to NXT? He's not necessarily the draw that they think he is. I think he will do great stuff on AEW.
Yeah, he wasn't a ratings draw at all for WWE, apart from in his last match.
This is Adam Copeland's first elite match.
Yeah, he might be one for AEW. We'll see.
Yeah.
It was a good debut.
Oh yeah, I love it. And we hear from him tonight, don't we?
We do hear from him tonight.
Sticking with NXT, you may remember that the plans about 2 weeks ago was going to be for Mustafa Ali to challenge Dominic Mysterio for the North American title at No Mercy. And according to reports from Fightful Select, he was going to win the North American Championship on that PLE. Now, we reported in the past about NXT officials being incredibly frustrated by the WWE releases, because a lot of them they just didn't really have any knowledge of until minutes before they were about to happen. They lost, Dana Brooke, they lost Mustafa Ali, the list goes on and on and on. Sorry to all those guys who lost their jobs, that just sucks. But yeah, this is another wrinkle to it all, that Mustafa Ali was going to win the title. Apparently, the plans were, we mentioned before actually that they had plans for Ali into like March of next year, but the plans were going to be, because you remember Dragon Lee was going to did face Dominic Mysterio for the North American title on Raw. The plan was going to be Ali costs Dragon Lee, it sets up a triple threat at the PLE, and then Ali wins the title, and then the Tuesday, I think Monday, Tuesday was it? Yeah, Tuesday before the show, Ali gets released. Sucks.
Yeah. We covered the report the other week about NXT officials being a bit pissed off that they just cut the guy loose when they have plans. But it's like the right hand doesn't tell the left hand what it's doing when it's coming to stuff like this.
Nick Khan's spreadsheet in it.
Yeah,
delete.
I don't think they have much. Whoever makes the release calls, I don't think they have much regard for NXT storylines.
Yeah.
Which is evident in this. And this all adds up. You look at the adjustment with the booking at No Mercy, and then again last night. With regards to the North American Championship and stuff as well. The whole thing is, it all adds up. But hey, look, Mustafa Ali, the moose is now loose.
Yeah.
And he is going to soon be about the hoose.
Hopefully in AEW.
Hopefully just somewhere he can be awesome.
Yeah, look, I don't think I've really been...
not sorry to interrupt.
That's right.
That might sound like I'm taking the piss out of AEW. He can be awesome there.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I don't think I've ever been as invested in someone doing well outside after being fired by WWE. There's not many others that I can think of other than Mustafa Ali. I saw someone on Twitter yesterday laying out how unlucky he's been. Obviously, you think of Kofi Mania, the Chamber stuff that he was going to be doing, then injury cost him that. Then there was the Money in the Bank stuff. I believe he was scheduled to win that until Vince changed his mind at the last minute and just went, "Get it, Brock."
See you later.
And then he got saddled with the bloody I'm not even doing the gimmick. Retribution and the SmackDown hacker stuff that they just sort of rolled into one and still said it was crap. Oh, yeah, good luck in AEW. Please do sign him, Tony Khan.
Yeah, that'd be nice. I just want to see that man doing good things.
And if you like seeing good things, the WhatCulture Wrestling podcast on YouTube, go and subscribe. We did an AEW Wrestle Dream review on there yesterday. It was a load of fun. There's a Q&A up there. And next week is when we go live, starting with a Raw review on Tuesday afternoon.
Let's talk about Adam Copeland.
Go on then.
Again, do you want to know the real reason he left WWE for AEW?
Is he secretly marrying Stephanie McMahon?
Yes. In the words of Todd Grisham, it's Christian. So Copeland's done an interview with CBS Sports. Talks about a bunch of different things. It's really interesting. One of the things he says is he wants to retire in AEW, which I mean is to be expected. He's 49. He's had injury problems.
Yeah, I've read something about him potentially thinking it was going to be finishing up in WWE, wasn't it?
He considered it, but no, he really wants to work with his best mate.
Makes sense.
I'll read the quote. If we could end this together, that's my dream. I sat down with my girls, his daughters, and I'm like, okay, so what does Dad do, girls? What do I do? And I laid out the scenarios for them. Lyric said it, and then Ruby agreed. Go with Uncle Jay and have fun.
Lyric said, stand up for WWE.
Yeah, Ruby said AEW Freakazoids. Imagine that.
Oh no, they're split. Beth, you have to make the deciding call.
Edge and Beth's 7-year-old children have been on Twitter and got involved in the discourse.
Beth goes, you can like more than one wrestling show, right?
Hell yeah, brother. But yeah, this is quite a sweet story.
Lovely, this,
isn't
yeah.
It? Like especially as one of his daughters going, be with Uncle Jay and have fun. That's really nice.
Have you watched Uncle Jay recently?
I'll continue a little bit. Oh God, yeah, they're going to turn that opinion quick. And that doesn't mean I'm not having fun in other places, but they know the most fun I'm going to have is with my best friend of the last 40 years. He also confirmed, interestingly, that his contract actually expired on the 21st of September, not the 1st of October, as previously reported. But it was a bit of a mad scramble to get everything sorted out, Alter Bridge, all of that stuff. He's good friends with them, I think. Those riffing boys with their...
Am I right thinking it's Beth's voice at the start of this?
It is, yeah. Shouts to Chris Mueller for the scoop ski on that one. Very nice guy, Chris. Very good Twitter follow. He got the scoop on that. They recorded it together. It's really cool.
I'm really excited to see Adam Copeland in AEW. You know, nothing against his time in WWE. There's just loads of exciting stuff he can do, not just with Christian, of course, but potential dream matches there. We might even do a little round table about that maybe later on this week or something, just off the top of my head. I don't know why I'm doing production meetings whilst we're doing the news.
Well, with Phil's computer frying,
R.I.P.
we could use the extra content, baby, so let's go.
But yeah, to help us with that, let us know, along with your thoughts on all the other news stories, let us know dream matches you'd like to see Adam Copeland have in AEW.
Boom.
Finally, what's the final story again? Oh yeah, Jade Cargill. What's going on with her WWE debut? Loads of speculation about that. In fact, PW Insider noted that the early word on Jade Cargill is that she's going to be on the Raw brand, although she's already scheduled apparently for Raw and SmackDown shows. And when she was interviewed by ESPN last week, Cargill said she knew which brand she was going to be assigned to. But her debut within WWE could come as soon as this weekend. PW Insider Elite reporting that Cargill is penciled in for Fastlane. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean she's going to show up, but we can speculate all you want. She is due to be in the house for it. She is a megastar. They've pushed her as that already. They've done big things about her on Raw and SmackDown, saying she's a game changer and all that. I think... there's no need to wait around. I think get her on telly ASAP for me.
Do it now and do it faster.
Yeah.
She'll be in the house at Fastlane. Will she show up on the pay-per-view? I mean, it'll be exciting.
Yeah.
It'll be exciting. I think that there's a lot of interesting booking scenarios. I do like the idea of her debuting in the Rumble.
Yeah.
It's very compelling, but I also like the idea of her just debuting tomorrow.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, who knows? Maybe they want to get her out there immediately so that she can be on the next PLA, which is, of course, the big Saudi show. I like the idea of her debuting at Survivor Series, but regardless, I'm sure it'll be beneficial to her, even though she's obviously done it loads in AEW, to just get a sense of the backstage vibe within WWE at a PLE, because essentially she's going to be doing a lot of them in the future. But regardless, whether she shows up at Fastlane, Rumble, Survivor Series, bloody WrestleMania, she is going to be given the big fanfare, I sense.
100%.
Right, let's move over to your questions at WhatCulture WWE on Twitter usually, but all the rest of this week we've been taking them through the YouTube community page, WhatCulture Wrestling on YouTube. You're here already. Go and click over to the community page. There's a thread on there, but you can still post your questions there. We'll get them the rest of this week from there. First question today, really like this. Thanks for this. Stephen Thompson Atkinson says, "Hi guys, hope you're all having a fantastic day and hope Wilborn is getting some sleep. The routine's pretty good right now, touch wood. I always love hearing you talk about your love of the Japanese ladies wrestling scene. Where would be the best jumping in point, and are there any matches you can recommend that I may be able to find on YouTube?"
So full disclosure, I'm a little bit out of the loop this year. New job, apprenticeship, studying.
All the wrestling.
Not been able to watch as much non-work wrestling as I would like to, which sucks because my favourite thing to do on this channel is come here and share cool things you might not have seen before and maybe help you discover some stuff. So yeah, I am a little bit out of the loop. However, I don't know if you're going to be able to necessarily find these things on YouTube because I subscribe to streaming platforms and stuff, and that's where I watch.
They're pretty worth it.
Yeah, 100%. Especially the Wrestling Universe one, which covers Tokyo Joshi Pro, which is the first promotion I'm going to recommend you check out. They have their big event of the year, Wrestling Princess, this Monday coming. It's in Japan, obviously, so it'll be like 10 a.m. UK time or 5 a.m. US time or something. But it's headlined by who I believe one of the best wrestlers in the world, Miyu Yamashita, who I've put over millions of times on the channel before, versus Mizuki for the top title. Also, if you're an AEW fan, Nyla Rose is wrestling Maki Ito in what will surely be the wackiest match of all time. I'm looking forward to that. It'll be great. The show, the card's really stacked. It's on Monday, if you can find a way to watch it. I'm not sure if Wrestling Universe does a free trial at the moment, but if they do, jump in. Also, Stardom just wrapped their 5-star Grand Prix tournament. They do it every year. It's really worth catching up with. They do like a 15-minute time limit on each, or is it 10? My memory's rubbish. The short matches. They get straight to the point. They've really elevated a wrestler called Suzu Suzuki this year, who is someone you should check out. In fact, if you want to get into Japanese women's wrestling in general, go into YouTube and type in Suzu Suzuki. You might not have the stomach for some of her deathmatch stuff that she's done if that's not your flavor, but she's the future. She's really young. You're not quite getting in on the ground floor with her because the world realizes how amazing she is, but she's a wrestler you're going to be able to watch for like 15-20 years if you get in there now, so check her out. Check out there's no good jumping in point for Stardom. It's always really high standard. The best jumping in spot is right now, and just dig up what you can. Yeah,
go in, watch it from now, and then if there's people you like, I'm sure you can go back and watch some of their best matches from previous
Best way to do it. Best way to do it. Suzu Suzuki and Miyu Yamashita are the two that I personally think you should check out first.
And my recommendation for Japanese women's wrestling is a little-known wrestler called Asuka, who's going to be wrestling on NXT next week.
She's off Level Up. Yeah,
she is indeed.
Big debut this week.
Right, next question comes from Mark Smith, who says the biggest question is...
This guy knows the system, doesn't he?
Will Adam remember to get the questions from here today? I did.
And he's watching the videos all the way to the questions as well. I love this guy, Mark Smith, legend.
But seriously, what was the point of having ex-con Dom lose the title for 3 days and not turn mellow? I'll answer this one.
Do it.
Because I genuinely think WWE and NXT have earned let it play out privileges on this one. Because I get it, it seems weird. Obviously, it was all changed around, like I mentioned, with the Ali story earlier, and then they put Trick Williams in there, and he won the title, and then he lost it again, spoilers, on NXT last night. But I think this is a longer-term story. I believe Dom's going to drop the title in coming weeks/months. I don't think he's going to be holding it for a long old time. And I think it's going to factor into the whole Trick Mello gang split story. I think, the whole thing has been Carmelo Hayes going, you kind of need me more than I need you, really. And it was exemplified by the match on last night's show. Maybe Trick wins it back in a triple threat that also involves Mello, or maybe just Trick finally beats Dom with Judgment Day being gotten rid of by Mello, for example. But I think long term, unfortunately, sorry everyone, Trick Mello gang are not long for this world. I think Mello's going to turn on Trick because he's got his title. That's, in Mello's eyes, the A championship. And I think they're going to have a belter of a feud, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, Carmelo now has his long-time best friend, John Cena, to concern with. Yeah, I think you're dead correct. Also, Dom is a good guy to just have bag title reigns around, right?
And it's a safe, as much as it's got a great legacy, it's not like he's won the IC title, for example.
Yeah, this is it. He's not messing around with one of the top titles in the game. It's the NXT mid-card title, and look, it's had great champion, Wesley in particular, but he can F around with this, and it's fine.
I'm enjoying it, and he's not beating people because he's better than them. He's beating people because he's got the flipping Judgment Day.
Yeah, he's a cheating little rat.
Oh, and regardless of if Trick never wins it again, that moment of him winning on Saturday was just magical. The reaction was fantastic. So let it play out. Final question today comes from the Rocking Roller, who says, as much as I like MJF, how would you book Adam Copeland on his way to becoming the new champion of AEW? You and I have sort of discussed this a little bit in the office because, we've had the Four Pillars match. So we were suggesting maybe MJF versus the old guys.
Yeah, the crumbling ruins, so we've called them.
Sting, Copeland, Christian,
Arn Anderson, Jake Roberts, Kojima,
Tully.
Lariat, Tully getting back. Why not? Hey, he wrestled a couple of years ago. Yeah, jokes aside, I wouldn't make him champion personally. I like Adam Copeland. But if I was going to make him champion, to answer the question in good faith, MJF is the babyface at the moment. He's very over. It's very fun. He knows what he's doing. He's pulling the strings. It's a good time. It's a good time. Heel Adam Copeland being a prick. Like, he's an all-time of his generation heel, Adam Copeland. I think it's going to happen at some point. He's going to turn, and him and Christian are going to be dicks together. That's how I would do it. I would have him be a complete piece of trash and be a complete asshole in the way he wins the belt. You did the kind of noble, veteran, earnest, fighting back to the top gimmick with Punk. If you are going to do it with Copeland, and again, I wouldn't, but if you're going to do it with him, do the opposite. Yeah,
I agree. I don't think he needs the world title, obviously. You know, people seem to... I've had a similar sort of conversation when Sting arrives in it. Like, these guys have got legendary careers anyway. Yeah, they don't need a bit of gold around their waist to prove to people that they're great. And... well, I mean, for the time being, like you say, he's going to be a babyface because he has to be. But we all believe that long term, we are going to get a great heel run from Edge. Less intense, more Christian patter, please. That's what I'd like from that.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think Christian's a prime example of this. He's won a title, but he doesn't have to be the AEW World title. I think you keep that on the younger, or not necessarily younger because Moxley and Omega, but it's different categories, isn't it?
Sure.
So maybe a TNT title run down the line.
Yeah, and Christian is the perfect example. That run has been great. Obviously,
100 odd days as TNT champion.
4 months. 4 months unbroken as TNT champion. That run's been great for that belt. It really needed it. If you can do something with Edge and... see, you get to a point where the international title's a bit screwed up.
Yeah.
Maybe he can do that. But hey, look, it's going to be good. And they will find ways to make it work. You will find ways to click on this video in the middle after Adam's made his point.
No, I was going to say, you know what else is going to work? This video in the middle.
So good we did it twice. Bye.